When encountering light fixtures without underwriters' laboratories or all stickers in questionable assembly, several factors must be taken into account. Firstly, your responsibility as an electrician is to ensure compliance with safety standards and building codes. This is both a professional and ethical obligation. Secondly, safety concerns are paramount. Fixtures lacking UL stickers might not have undergone testing or certification to meet safety requirements, potentially creating fire or electrical hazards. Questionable assembly methods can also compromise the fixture's stability and functionality. Thirdly, consider liability. If an incident arises from a faulty fixture you installed, you could be held responsible for damages or injuries. Fourthly, customer loyalty, while important, should not overshadow safety and integrity. The safety of customers and the quality of your work must be prioritized. Fifthly, your reputation is at stake. Installing non-compliant fixtures could tarnish your reputation as a qualified and responsible electrician. A recommended course of action involves several steps. 1. Speak to the owner. Escalate the issue and explain your concerns, emphasizing the absence of UL stickers and the questionable assembly. Inform them that you cannot install non-compliant fixtures due to safety and legal considerations. 2. Offer alternatives. If possible, suggest alternative fixtures that meet UL standards and have a safe assembly method. This demonstrates your concern for safety and avoids hindering their business. 3. Document the conversation. Maintain a record of your discussion with the owner, including the date, time, and the topics covered. This documentation can protect you in case of future disputes. 4. If the owner remains unresponsive, consider contacting the local building department or electrical inspector. They can investigate the situation further and take appropriate action. 5. Assess your relationship with the customer. If they value your work and reputation, they will likely understand your concerns. However, if they are unwilling to compromise on safety, you may need to re-evaluate whether to continue working with them. Prioritizing safety, adhering to regulations, and maintaining ethical standards are crucial when dealing with non-compliant fixtures. Always document your concerns and be prepared to take appropriate action, even if it means involving regulatory authorities. The absence of a UL sticker indicates the product hasn't been tested by underwriters' laboratories to their safety standards. This could mean the fixture has potential risks of electrical shock, fire, or other hazards. It is important to verify the authenticity of a UL listing by checking the UL website or contacting UL directly. If you're uncertain about a product's safety, you should always err on the side of caution and choose a certified alternative. Building codes and regulations often mandate the use of listed or certified products to ensure safety and compliance. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, sets standards for electrical installations. It requires that all electrical equipment be listed by a recognized testing laboratory. A listed product has been evaluated and meets specific safety requirements. If a fixture isn't listed, it doesn't automatically mean it's unsafe, but it does mean it hasn't undergone independent testing to verify its safety. Using unlisted products can lead to code violations, safety risks, and potential liability issues. It's essential to consult with local building inspectors to determine the specific requirements in your area. The ODGE, or authority having jurisdiction, has the final say on what is accepted. They have the responsibility of interpreting and enforcing the electrical code. When dealing with an unfamiliar product, it's best to ask the supplier for documentation proving the product's compliance with safety standards. This documentation might include test reports, listing information, or certification details. If the supplier can't provide adequate documentation, you should consider using a different product from a more reputable source. Be wary of counterfeit UL labels or products that claim to meet standards without proper certification. These products can be particularly dangerous and may not provide the level of safety you expect. Proper grounding and bonding are crucial for electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and preventing electrical shock. Bonding connects metal parts of an electrical system to create a lower impedance path for fault current. These measures help to minimize the risk of electrical shock and fire. When installing electrical fixtures, always follow the manufacturer's instructions and use appropriate wiring methods and connectors. Ensure that all connections are secure and properly insulated. Overloading circuits can lead to overheating and fire. Never exceed the ampacity of the circuit conductors or the rating of the circuit breaker. Using extension cords as permanent wiring is a common code violation. Extension cords are intended for temporary use only. They should not be used to power multiple devices or appliances for extended periods. Electrical panels should be properly labeled to identify the circuits and devices they serve. This helps with troubleshooting and maintenance. Tampering with electrical equipment can be extremely dangerous. Only qualified electricians should perform electrical work. If you're not comfortable working with electricity, it's best to hire a professional. Regular electrical inspections can help identify potential hazards and ensure that your electrical system is safe and up to code. These inspections should be performed by a qualified electrician. Arc fault circuit interrupters, RFCs, are designed to protect against arc faults, which can cause fires. They are required in many areas of the home, including bedrooms and living rooms. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, protect against ground faults which can cause electrical shock. They are required in wet locations, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. Surge protectors can help protect electronic equipment from voltage spikes. These spikes can damage or destroy sensitive electronics. Smoke detectors should be installed in every bedroom and on every level of the home. They should be tested regularly to ensure they are working properly. Carbon monoxide detectors should be installed near sleeping areas to detect the presence of carbon monoxide gas. This gas is odorless and can be deadly. If you smell gas, evacuate the building immediately and call the gas company or fire department. Never try to find the source of the leak yourself. Downlighting, also known as recessed lighting, can create a sleek and modern look. However, it's important to ensure that downlights are properly insulated to prevent heat buildup. LED lighting is energy efficient and long-lasting. It's a great option for reducing energy consumption and saving money on electricity bills. Smart lighting systems allow you to control your lights remotely using a smartphone or other device. These systems can be programmed to turn lights on and off automatically, saving energy and improving security. Emergency lighting should be installed in commercial buildings to provide illumination during power outages. This lighting helps people evacuate the building safely. Exit signs should be clearly visible and properly illuminated to guide people to safety during an emergency. The NEC Article 410 covers requirements for luminaires, lamp holders, and lamps. This article provides detailed information on the safe installation and use of lighting fixtures. NEC Article 700 covers emergency systems. This article provides requirements for the design, installation, and testing of emergency power systems. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Staying up to date on code changes and best practices is essential for electrical safety. Consider attending continuing education courses or seminars to enhance your knowledge and skills. Remember that electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following safety guidelines and taking precautions, you can help prevent accidents and protect yourself and others from harm. When you doubt the safety of a fixture, it is better to choose a safe route. If the lighting supplier is not following the rules, and an incident occurs, it could cause irreversible damage. The UL mark on the product means that UL has tested representative samples of the product and determined that it meets UL requirements. These requirements are based primarily on UL published standards for safety. A UL-listed product bears UL listing mark. It is important to note that UL does not test every product or every model of a product. They test representative samples. The UL listing mark indicates that the product has been evaluated to UL safety standards. The UL recognized component mark is similar to the UL listing mark, but it is used for components that are part of a larger product. The recognized component mark indicates that the component has been evaluated to UL safety standards for component. UL also offers certification services for products that meet specific performance standards. These products bear UL Performance Verified mark. UL certification services are independent of its safety testing services. A product can be both UL listed and performance verified. The Canadian Standards Association, or CSA, is another organization that tests and certifies products. CSA marks are recognized in Canada and the United States. The European Conformity, or CE, marking is used in Europe to indicate that a product meets the essential requirements of European health, safety, and environmental protection legislation. The CE marking is not a safety certification mark, but it is required for many products sold in Europe. The Restriction of Hazardous Substances, or RoHS, directive restricts the use of certain hazardous substances in electrical and electronic equipment. RoHS compliance is required for many products sold in Europe. The Waste Electrical and Electronic Equipment, or WEEE, directive promotes the collection, treatment, and recycling of electrical and electronic equipment. WEEE compliance is required for many products sold in Europe. Energy Star is a program that promotes energy efficiency. Energy Star certified products meet strict energy efficiency guidelines set by the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, regulates interstate and international communications by radio, television, wire, satellite, and cable in the United States. FCC compliance is required for many electronic devices sold in the United States. The American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, is a private, non-profit organization that coordinates the development of voluntary consensus standards in the United States. ANSI does not test or certify products, but it accredits organizations that do. The Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEE, is a professional organization for electrical and electronics engineers. IEE develops standards for various electrical and electronic technologies. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, develops codes and standards to reduce the risk of fire and other hazards. NFPA's codes and standards are widely used in the United States and around the world. The International Electrotechnical Commission, or IEC, is an international standards organization that develops standards for electrical, electronic, and related technologies. IEC standards are used in many countries around the world. The International Organization for Standardization, or ISO, is an international standards organization that develops standards for a wide range of industries. ISO standards are used in many countries around the world. Compliance with these standards and regulations is essential for ensuring the safety and performance of electrical and electronic products. Always verify that products meet the applicable requirements before using or installing them. The goal is to prioritize safety, compliance, and ethical responsibility as an electrician.